Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Tripp and Wendy are kidnapped. Kayla discovers a startling hint. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Kayla Johnson will learn some unsettling information the week of February 19th to 23rd. Kayla discovers that Tripp Johnson never showed up for work when she goes seeking for him at the hospital. Naturally, Tripp is a fantastic physician who genuinely loves for his patients, so he would never purposefully abandon them. Tripp wouldn't just up and quit his shift without warning, so Kayla will know something is wrong. As her worries increase, Kayla should contact and text Tripp as a result, but according to Days spoilers, he might not be there at all by then. Steve Johnson will undoubtedly investigate Tripp's whereabouts at some time, even though he will have other family crises to manage. But according to previews for Days, there will soon be a startling major revelation that also involves Wendy Shin. There's a strong possibility that Clyde Weston, who has threatened Tripp's life on multiple occasions, is the person threatening Tripp and Wendy's safety, as DOL viewers are aware. As it happens, Wendy and Tripp will wind up being kidnapped, thus Clyde might utilize this as a plot device to control Ava Vitale. In the unlikely event that Harris-Michael's ordeal failed to intimidate Ava into submission, Clyde will probably put Tripp and his girlfriend in danger after that. After all, Ava might receive a warning to follow Clyde's instructions to the letter, failing which Tripp and Wendy might meet a terrible end. According to Days teasers, Stefan DiMera will compel Ava to listen to him or face losing Tripp permanently by emphasizing to her how serious things can get when Clyde loses his temper. If Clyde makes Stefan plan the kidnapping, there's a chance he knows more than he's revealing. In any case, Tripp and Wendy are going to find themselves in a difficult situation, so be sure to check back for updates on the impending kidnapping chaos. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Tripp and Wendy will team up in their struggle to survive, but will they succeed in doing so or will they have to wait for help? Tate's visitors, Bobby mystery unravels, Teresa packs bags, and 2 hostages. Paulina Price will have a lot of post-surgery support, so expect Johnny DiMera, Chanel Dupree, and Abe Carver to rally around her, according to spoilers for the week of February 19th to 23rd of Days of Our Lives. Meanwhile, Konstantin Melionis will turn on the charm and entice Maggie Kyriakis closer as he continues to play the love card. Days teasers indicate that Kayla Johnson will discover something unsettling at the hospital when she learns that Tripp Johnson never showed up for work. He can vent to Marlena Evans about his issues with Brady Black and receive wise counsel. Fans of DOL should brace themselves for some difficult times after Alex Kyriakis decided not to propose. Alex will object and try to get Teresa Donovan to see things his way while she begins packing her luggage. Teresa might be persuaded by Alex not to move out, but she'll probably still need some space, and this will be the ideal opportunity as she and Brady will be visiting Tate Black's juvenile rehab center. Spoilers for other days claim Sloane Peterson Brady will confide in Melinda Trask and seek advice because she will be so furious with Eric Brady for not making her a priority anymore. When Josh Taylor's character, Roman Brady, sends Kate Roberts Brady a special invitation for a private dinner, she will be shocked. Jada Hunter will accuse Everett Lynch of being Bobby, her ex-husband, in the meantime, but he will maintain he is not the same man. According to teasers for Days, Jada will provide evidence to support her claim, while Steve Johnson will try to persuade Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, that Everett is Bobby with his own evidence. Leo Stark will question Julie Williams about the history of the Horton family as the mystery surrounding Everett and Bobby comes to light. Maggie, Julie, and Doug Williams will also examine the charred remains of the Horton house to determine whether any items can be salvaged. They will have some nostalgia for the Horton home as Kate, Roman, John Black, and Marlena Evans stop over to provide assistance. It could be hiding in a corner of the home that nobody would have ever noticed if there hadn't been a fire, but someone will unintentionally find a vintage box. Returning to Konstantin, he will confront Steve in an attempt to obtain additional information. More arguments over the pawn will occur as Steve attempts to contain this emerging danger. Kayla, on the other hand, would eventually come to understand that Tripp missed his shift for a cause. It will be discovered that Wendy Shin and Tripp are abducted, therefore they will undoubtedly find themselves in a difficult situation. Ray Fernandez will receive updates from Ava Vitale, Tamara Braun, regarding her covert alliance with Harris-Michaels, and during a subsequent visit to the comatose Michaels' bedside, Ava will confess. Will Ava admit to being a traitor to Stephen Dahmer? In such case, Harris might eventually come to and admit that he was informed of Ava's news. In Statesville, James Reed's character Clyde Weston will make Stephen return for a second meeting so he can give more perverse commands. As for Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, he will have the backing of Justin Kiriakis, Wally Kurth, and Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, in his attempts to persuade Rafe of his innocence. According to previews for Days of Our Lives, Xander will have a difficult time getting out of this situation, but eventually the truth should set him free. Julie reconstructs Horton house. Days of Our Lives and Susan Seaforth Hayes hints to the meaning of fire. According to spoilers, the Horton residence was set on fire by an arsonist that Clyde Weston dispatched. Fans will witness Julie Williams and Chad DiMera rush their loved ones to safety during the week of February 12, 2024. Julie is going to start rebuilding after the devastating fire, but she isn't only going to be restoring her home. Julie wants to renovate the house while retaining its atmosphere and memories. According to DOL teasers, Clyde appears to be connected and has eyes everywhere. Clyde has threatened multiple times and is going to start delivering on them. Harris Michaels was actually shot in the week of February 5, 2024. In the week of February 12, when Rafe Hernandez questions Ava Vitale and Stephen DiMera, Tripp Johnson tries to defend Harris. In addition to Harris's shooting, another crime occurred. The Horton residence was set on fire by a masked arsonist. During the weekly sneak peek video for February 12 to 16, 2024, Julie and Chad approach the flames in the living room. While Chad reaches for the fire extinguisher, the arsonist pours gasoline all over the house. Then, Doug Williams, Bill Hayes, is shown wearing an oxygen mask in the preview clip. Julie rests on Doug's shoulder while they both struggle to process the heartbreaking loss. For many generations in Salem, this was more than just a house, it was a home. Many memories are also associated with it. Susan Seaforth Hayes on Rebuilding Horton House Daytime Digest spoilers indicate that Susan discussed the plot with Soap Opera Digest. Julie will be deeply affected by the Horton house being destroyed by the fire. There's a wonderful scene where you can see the house burn outside. The camera moves around everyone, capturing the devastation of everything. It appears really bleak. Ash, smoke, and grime are present. It is a depressing pile. Everyone has come and gone and had experiences there, the actress continued. The father and matriarch of the family lived in this house. And lastly, Tom's chair. How will Dr. Tom's chair fare? Julie is hinted to be starting a reconstruction project. Susan hinted that Julie would make an effort to reconstruct the Horton residence while preserving its sentimental value. Julie will probably find this to be an emotional mission. Julie, as well as viewers, may experience some unforgettable flashbacks as she works to maintain the Horton family history. Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching CBS or Paramount Plus' soap opera to find out what happens next.